Good evening, dear brothers and sisters, and welcome to today's session. We are at day 93 with our BHED program. A quick reminder, if you have not yet shared the invitation for masterclasses, if you can find any of your friends or family members who can benefit from heartfulness practice, share masterclasses link with them, and also see if you can invite somebody to be your buddy in being Heartful Everyday program as well. So without those couple of quick reminders, let's move ahead with our inspirational reading from where we left yesterday. So we are reading User's Guide to Living Part 6. And yesterday we closed on this space here. So we are going to continue reading from this forward. Truthfulness is dependent on purifying the full spectrum of consciousness, subconsciousness, conscious, and superconscious. And to do that, we require a method that reprograms more than just the conscious mind. And when we do try to be truthful without purity of consciousness, we often end up hurting others in the process because our intentions are not always pure. So while it is good to be truthful, until we arrive at inner purity, we may not be able to express that truth without hurting others. When we do hurt others, even unintentionally, guilt often develops, and guilt is difficult to remove. It can only be done through genuine prayerful repentance and letting go at bedtime. And this brings us to another important aspect of being truthful: to accept our own feelings with humility and genuinely offer them in a prayerful state. It purifies our system of guilty feelings, which are the hardest impressions to remove. Related to this is another challenge we face. Can we cultivate truthfulness mindfully? Not really. The result will be superficial because truthfulness is dependent on purifying the full spectrum of consciousness: subconscious, conscious, and superconscious. And to do that, we require a method that reprograms more than just the conscious mind. Some people try to do it through hypnosis, but hypnosis is a very primitive and laborious approach compared to heartfulness cleaning. Unless and until we have removed all the layers of complexity from the subconscious mind, it is not possible. Truthfulness emerges from within. Once we remove all the overlaying complexities, truthfulness is our inherent nature. In fact, once we try to correct it mindfully, it means we have lost the connection somewhere. Practicing truthfulness mindfully is like practicing compassion or practicing self-acceptance. It is good that we are aware of the principles, but we need to adopt the right approach. In this case, the right approach is to expose ourselves to the inner reality, become one with it, and dissolve in that inner state. When we are in osmosis with that inner state, truth expresses naturally, without the need for any artificial efforts. That is what this principle 5 is all about. When we are in osmosis with that inner state, truth expresses naturally, without the need for any artificial efforts. To spread truthfulness, we don't need effort or external force. Just as to love someone, we don't need effort. To hate someone is a different matter. We have to think over it. To do rightful things, we don't need effort. To do wrongful things, we need effort. To fabricate lies, we consume a lot of energy. And to continue on the path of lies requires even more. It never ends. I'll share with you a humorous story about a thief who stole money from a rich man's house. Later on, he went to a shopping center, started spending the money, and got caught because he was using counterfeit notes. So he was summoned to the court and he argued with the judge, "My lord, if I had known that these were counterfeit notes, do you think I would have stolen them?" Nice logic, no? The judge said, "I agree with you. You would not have stolen them if you had known. So how can you charge me for stealing counterfeit money?" The judge replied, "Okay, I'll not charge you for stealing counterfeit money, but I will charge you for stealing." 2 days later, the thief was summoned before the judge for sentencing, and he argued again. "No, my lord, you cannot sentence me because the notes were counterfeit. How can you charge me for stealing currency that has no value?" See his state of mind? Lies logically perpetuate a crooked mind. This is a very crude worldly example, but it does demonstrate how we get caught up in the web of complex thinking to justify ourselves. Compare this with truth, which is so simple, effortless, and creates no heaviness in the system. There is only innocence. Babuji, the author of these 10 principles, writes in his commentary on Principle 5: truthfulness really implies the sense of presenting one's own self in its true colors. This is the state at which one exclaims spontaneously, "It is as it is." An unwavering commitment to truth is demonstrated by correct thinking and right understanding, and both require clarity of mind and discernment, known as viveka in yoga. It also requires all the values of the heart, including courage, in order to act upon that thinking and understanding. I'll reread these lines. An unwavering commitment to truth is demonstrated by correct thinking and right understanding, and both require clarity of mind and discernment, known as viveka in yoga. So we'll pick up from here for our reading. With that, I'll request that all of us get prepared for our universal prayer. Let us all gently close our eyes. Gently move your attention inwards, connecting yourself to your inner self. With every breath, feel your connection becoming stronger while you prepare yourself for the universal prayer. Now gently bring the thought that all brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. अब अगले कुछ क्षणों के लिए हम अपना ध्यान इस बात पर केंद्रित रखेंगे कि सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है। If you feel you are ready to come out of your prayer, you can gently open your eyes. A gentle reminder for your bedtime prayer and reflection for the day before we close the day today. Thank you all for joining today. See you tomorrow at 6 a.m. Have a great night.